He said the Monday is done. Billy said this in the chat. Welcome everybody to the NHL Week Show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful, great jungle in 10 on amazing, great Monday night, September 15. Already after the month. Unbelievable. That's crazy. 2025. Tonight, every Monday night for the season 6 of the Hockey Nation, we do with Jim Beringer. He's going to be with us the next 10 minutes. He has something to do right now, but don't worry about that. He's going to pop up and talking about everything happening on this Monday around the NHL and, of course, the Montreal Canadiens golf tournament today. And this start the season for the 2025-2026. We have a very busy show tonight because I'm going to resume a little bit what happening during the Monday for the Montreal Canadiens. So, Montreal Canadiens said, keep moving forward. We're going to go a little bit more deep about the interview of Ken Hughes and many others. And then don't forget on the season 6, the 3 regular show we have Monday with Jim Beringer, the Sunday in our tap last night, the Red Lights. And then we have the Wednesday with Marco Larrabee, the Habs Hump Day. That's what we have to do for all of you during the season 6. I'm so busy, I don't have no time to checking everything, my analytics, my subscriber, everything like that. And this weekend was the beginning of the season for the rookie camp and 2 games for the Montreal Canadiens, and I'm shocked. We got 100 subscriber, almost 191 subscribers during the weekend last week. So I want to say all of you new subscribers, thanks so much to join the Hockey Nation family. We are getting now at 170 subs to reach the magic number of 10,000. And we have to push. We still have a couple of weeks before the beginning of the season. That would be amazing to hit the 10,000 before the season 2025-2026 of the Montreal Canadiens. Everything is possible. You just have to have faith to believe on yourself. And I think that's the only thing I can do is control what I can control. But you are part of this great family. We want to thank all of you. Very grateful and thankful. It's an honor to be with us, with you, every single night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a few people knock the door tonight. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go one by one. We have Claude Richard, and I kept telling the Ottawa is with us tonight. Welcome back, Mr. Claude. Randy, back from the Alberta. Welcome, Mr. Randy. Hopefully an amazing, great Monday. And I did not look about your blog today. Unfortunately, I have no time. But I can't wait to see what's happening. We have football with RJ Calabro tonight on the Monday night football. They have 2 games look like on the NFL. Baseball game around. The playoff is around. We came back from the different game of the NFL yesterday and the baseball game. And then the Blue Jays are looking good for what we heard. And the Yankees not good. Astros have difficult possible to get out of the playoffs. So a lot of things going on in the Major League Baseball. And all the camp of the rookies complete today around the NHL. And now we're going to hit the main camp. Already a couple of teams announced the roster for the main camp, not Montreal yet. And we're going to give you all the information at the right time. My friend Roy for Thailand, Bangkok, is in the house tonight. Hopefully doing well. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, Mr. Roy. September 16, me and you, one of the squad of the Thailand. Mr. Billy, like I said, he complete his Monday. He checked in for the Hockey Nation. Welcome back. Thanks to be with us. Ron Moderator, back in the house from Utah and the Kings. The Kings have a crazy proposal in NHL rumor today was out for Connor McDavid to the Los Angeles Kings with Trent Frederic in return. I think it was Roy sent it to me. or Roy put this on the Discord. By the way, you can join the Discord talking about hockey. A little bit more active now, the Discord. We bring all the news, everything, and not only RJ, but many people are there now and exchange conversations. Sometimes are private with me, that's okay. Roger, Ron, or others. TH is really active for the New York calendar. So this is a place to go and talking about hockey if you like to do that. For that, we and then of course the proposal it was McDavid and Frederic for Dano, Camp, 2 first-round pick 2026, 2027, and Clark and return for McDavid. Pittsburgh Penguins, RJ Calabo. Crosby said Pittsburgh is where he wants to be. I would believe Crosby has been traded when he said himself, no one else. For Crosby said that today. But I would be surprised if Crosby said something else, right? Like he cannot go on the online and on the media said, "I don't want to play for the Pittsburgh Penguins." I just not like sometimes the player that have to say the right things, just the common sense. So at the end of the day, if Crosby want to leave the Pittsburgh Penguins, he's going to have an agreement with Kyle Dubas. And Dubas going to sit with Crosby, and Crosby going to sit with Dubas, and they're going to have an agreement. So, okay, I want to go this place or this place or this place, and I would like to play there. And Kyle Dubas going to respond to him, okay, not a problem. I will do my best to arrangement for you, and I'm looking for this. And I think it's fair for you and for us, the Pittsburgh Penguins. So. This is what I see the end of this story between Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Or Crosby sit with Kyle Dubas, say, you know what, I don't want to go nowhere. I want to stay with the Pittsburgh Penguins. That said, when N26, you said he doesn't want to play with Montreal because he wants to win. Okay, it makes sense. But what he would like to stay with the Pittsburgh Penguins because the team is not going to win. Understand? So if he doesn't want to play with Montreal, his excuse is, I don't want to play for a team cannot win the Stanley Cup. I want to play for the team have better chance to win the Stanley Cup. That's completely fair with me. But why to said that after that he wants to stay with the Pittsburgh Penguins? One, the Pittsburgh Penguins is a bottom 5 team in NHL. So we'll see. Another story for him. Mark Elliott is in the house tonight. And New York case start moving forward. PLW. Folks, bet tonight Justin Herbert to pass 300 plus $3.20. Good luck at PLW for Chin Chin. We have a couple of games yesterday was crazy. The Cowboys and the Giants, one of them. And the Lions, Bear, the Patriots, and many others. We'll see what happening. Billy RDP from Buffalo is in the house tonight for Newfoundland, of course. And not good if you lose Joe Burrow on you. On your fantasy football. Audio Murphy is in the house. Welcome back, Audio. Hopefully, an amazing great day. Nicolas de Gauby-Bonneau. Oh, de bonheur ce soir, mon Nicolas. Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec toi, mon homme? Très content de te voir avec nous autres. If King Pipeline was really good, I would say make the trade, but the Kings need to stay away from McDavid so we don't become worse, Ron. There we go. Thank for our tap is in the house tonight, and our tap hopefully doing well. And hopefully everything is still in Pittsburgh. He said is more than just about hockey. He lived there for 20 years of his life. Awesome to hear that from Crosby, like I said. Il se passe rien, mon Nicolas. Yeah, it's happened sometime. We'll have to wait for Jim Beringer, who's going to be with us the next couple of minutes. Meanwhile, I can do my headlights of the night. for everybody. Without him, the Rays take the lead 1-0 over the Blue Jays tonight. We're going to have some update for PLW. And, of course, I don't know where they are. I try to get... it's difficult to follow the Blue Jays. They are on different channel. Right now, it's Yankees versus Minnesota on the TV Sport. I don't know what's going on. How they now present the Blue Jays TV Sport? Are you kidding me? Now we have to check on the RDS. Now we have the Reds versus the Cardinals. Someone can explain to me what's going on? I don't know, but we'll see. Headlines of the night. In French, we said, c'est parti, mon kiki. Montreal Canadiens launched their season 2025-2026, and every year they do when they present the Golf Tournament Foundation for the Montreal Canadiens. Everybody was there. Ex-Montreal Canadiens players. The Montreal Canadiens players roster for the upcoming season. The staff management, the owners, the employees, the TV Sport, all the media live from the golf tournament to the interview around the players, around the management, and I can go more and more. And you can see the vibes behind that. This is the first time in the last couple of years we feel Montreal Canadiens is getting there. And what the words from the players, from the management, and you can see the excitement from all of them. And I can't wait to see the upcoming season for the Montreal Canadiens 2025-2026. During the Habs news of the night tonight, we're going to show to you and talk about what they said about the upcoming season from the management, like they do every year, what their goal or the expectation or the vision of the season. And all of them talk under the mic. It's friendly this year. We did not see all the players on the English side. The player like Sakoski, Caulfield, Laney, Jekai. Just give you a few of them. They did not get any interview live yesterday. A bit strange to see that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about that, but c'est parti, mes amis. La saison 2025-2026 is right here for the Montreal Canadiens. Day number one. What is coming now for the Montreal Canadiens is going to be another practice tomorrow. They cut a couple of players from the rookie camp during the weekend yesterday. And then tomorrow they have a practice for the rookie. He was announced last week, so I don't know if they're going to do it or not. And then after that is going to be the day number one for the testing, everything like that. It looked like this is going to be the last time a team in NHL does all the testing. This is a new agreement or the new deal between between the NHL and the NHLPA. Martin said we talk about this today. I don't know why they cannot testing players, but anyhow, that will be the number one for the Montreal Canadiens. Then after that, you're going to get all the practice, everything, and then following by the exhibition game for the Montreal Canadiens Monday, Tuesday next week, and then you can go like a couple of Thursday, Saturday, 6 games for the Montreal Canadiens for exhibition game for that one. So that's happening, guys, for the headline for the Montreal Canadiens. We have to wait a little bit for Jim Berringer. Just say he got a call. We have to wait. Let's see what we got in the chat tonight. Coach, it's on TV Sport, Coach. They were just showing highlights of Yankee game. There we go. That's what happening. There we go. We'll to go back right there. See if we can get the game live. The Blue Jays. There we go. I got it live. Thanks, PLW. Let's see what we got here. Auprès 64. Like Crosby. Interesting. Rebook Nate Cobb Crosby has 3 already. Plus, he is a long-term relationship. Maybe she wants to remain. And Pittsburgh also. It's on TV Sport. I got it. That's what we got here. A little bit more here. Run. Last thing about Crosby, he said he cannot control the story, the media, right? But when he said clearly Pittsburgh is what he wants to be, I would believe him over media who use his name for attention. Well, definitely, if the player said something, you have to believe on the player said something. But we have to wait if the other thing could happen for the Montreal. How about Marchand? He have won a cup with the Boston Bruins. Brett Marchand. A very interesting story about Brett Marchand, guys. Relate to Philippe Major. It's coming from Renaud Lavoie. And he mentioned about 20, long time ago, I don't know exactly the year, Brett Marchand, about his confidence and how he was, does not play well, everything like that. And he reflect on the Philippe Mazar career. He was on the Boston, I cannot name the newspaper, but I didn't read it yet. But it's very interesting what Renaud talked about for that situation for Brett Marchand and Philippe Major. Bourque was not going to win a cup in Boston. Sendin was cheap to get the players they need to get over the hump. It's why Bourque left in 26 the Boston Bruins. That's when players want to leave, want to win the Stanley Cup. I can talk on the players. I think it was, is it not Joe Nieuwendy? No. Dave Andreychuk. Dave Andreychuk, I think he wanted to win the Stanley Cup in 2004 with the Tampa Bay Lightning. By the way, Dave Andreychuk live in Tampa Bay Lightning for that one. So that's happening, guys, on this one. On this session, the time is not here. We're going to move on with the show. I cannot, if he's coming, he's coming. If not, we're going to move on. You can see right now he's not there, so he is going to be delayed. That one for right there, one that Jim will be with us, going to go there. Like we do, we start with the NHL news around the Montreal Canadiens, around the NHL. And we have 2 losses today. First of all, the Hall of Famer, Ed Giacomin. Remember him more as a goaltender for the New York Rangers long time ago. Passed away at 86 years old. Ed Giacomin, Eddie, for the Rangers fans. Have a great career with the New York Rangers between the pipe. Really interesting style. Number 1 is number jersey. I remember Ed Giacomin to be on my list of the goaltender or the goaltending when I was on the street. I still remember him barely, but Ed Giacomin passed away at 86. Another sad news this time is about the ex-Calgary Hitmen players in the WHL play and most on the East Coast Hockey League. I'm talking about Orca Wellsblad. He is the older brother of Ozzy Westblad from the Nashville Predator, died at 25 years old in BC during the weekend after a crash accident, unfortunately for him, and passed at 25 years old. Was ready to go to the American Hockey League camp and try to stay in American Hockey League. So sad news for the family. We wish the prayer and thought about both family. Let's see what we got in the chat. And GF Iran and Guy is in the house. Thanks so much, Guy, to the news. The Capitals unveil a new third jersey for upcoming season. And then the Detroit Red Wings unveil a new jersey for the Centennial 100 years. The Chicago Blackhawks, it looked like crazy, right? Detroit unveiled a new jersey. What do you think about this? Detroit, Chicago, and the New York Rangers, I believe, are the Centennial of the NHL, and they have a lot of promotions during the season. So A2 is in the house. That's happening, guys, on this situation for the Capitals and the Detroit Red Wings. Like I mentioned yesterday, Larry, Corey Perry will be out for 6 to 8 weeks with the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings are really interesting team for the upcoming season because they have a new GM. And the new GM is Ken Holland. After they fired Rod Blake, they promote Marc Bergevin with Ken Holland. They still have the head coach, Jim Elliott. They signed new players, UFA, Dumoulin, CC, Perry, Armia. They add player over 30 years old. They trade Jordan Spence. They let go Kavrikov. They resign Kuzmenko. They gave a contract extension to Laferrière. Kempe on his final year contract. Kopitar on his final year possible in NHL. They have a solid defensive last season, a great season of Quamper. For another year, they lost again the Oilers elimination on the playoff first round. This is a team where it's going to be interesting to follow this year. Like the New York Canadiens, like the Pittsburgh Penguins, like the Calgary Flames, like the Vancouver Canucks, like the New York Rangers. They are the team we don't know. Boston Bruins, another team right there. Nashville Predator is maybe another one. Where are they going to go after 5-6 weeks? Because the Kings have a solid lineup, but add 4 players, bring experience, leadership, hold on the game where it turned to be a fast game now. The speed is important. With ability on the defense, the QB and the core or the pillar of that team, it's questionable for me. Dano is Dano. But last year, Dano had his lowest goal per season in the last couple of years. They still have Kevin Fiala, understand that. They have a plus step up as a rookie or prospect like a Turcotte. This is the team right now, or Byfield. What a great year he has last year. Can have a breakout season for Byfield. We have to wait. But Ken Holland make a target on the older players. Is it the right answer? I'm not sure. We have to wait. Roger Delaney is in the house. Welcome back, Guy. Welcome back a little bit. Mark a nice Emily DB for the Jays pitcher. 1-0, guys. It's only 3 hits for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs for the Blue Jays. Camp would like to sign a contract before the season starts, if not by Christmas. You know, it's a really important. It's a season right now where everybody is on the old. And when I said is on the old, it's about it's about many of the great hockey players are waiting for someone or to make a move to know what are the new standard of the offer of the contract extension in NHL? Is it a bridge at 4 years, at 5 years, at 6 years, at 7 years, or at 8 years? Is it reach higher number we never saw before? The 15, the 16, the 17. Can we break 18? What's going to happen in the 20? So this is all the number make it fun for everyone, and they wait. It's a patient game right now. And who's going to commit first? I don't know. But we talk about Jack Eichel. We talk about Connor McDavid. We talk about Kyle Connors. Adrien Kempe, for Ron just said. Kirill Kaprizov. It's another one. And you have the youngest player as a RFA extension. Lane Hudson, Adam Fantilli, Connor Bedard, Leo Carlson. I think Logan Cooley is. And then Will Smith. They add the young generation hockey player for the NHL. Another one there where nobody signed. They just wait. So this is going to be really, really interesting. What direction, what decision the team is going to do. And the other part of the NHL this year is the marathon of the race for Kevin McKenna. And not only him, you have 3 players beside him. They are on the top 6, 7 of the NHL draft 2025 and 2026 are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" already at 17 years old. And then you have the 3 amigos from the Sweden team, where they consider to be on the top 10 of the NHL draft. So it's really interesting that the draft 2026 next season. Put this all together. That's make a puzzle difficult to put together for the upcoming season. So we have already, with one thing happening this summer, quiet, like never happened before. Now, the contracts, what it's going to look like and when they're going to start to do it. Then the race of Kevin McKenna could create team to go down early this year. This is where it's going to be really interesting to look about that. The one need to trade for McDavid is does not sign a contract extension. About that, don't forget everybody to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. Marco is in the house. Hopefully doing well, Marco. Marco will be with us Wednesday night. We still wait for Jim Beringer to join us. We trade McDavid to tell them his black trade is Detroit legacy with the others. The fan will never forgive him. Conclaiming a little coach. Nice to see ya. A2, we jump really this weekend, guys, about approximately 90, I believe. And we're missing 170 subscribers for the show. Over 15,000 people watch the show during the weekend, both game of the Montreal Canadiens. So it was great. I think we can maybe another jump of 100 when the exhibition game start for the 6th game. And first game of the night of the season, maybe we can beat all the record of the Montreal Canadiens. Jimmy Scott of the quiz, he's on the phone right now. I don't know. He texts me about every 5 minutes, but we'll see. Sometimes people are busy, and we understand that for sure. So that's happening, guys, on my headlines on the NHL news. Let's jump in with the Montreal Canadiens and go from there. And when Jim show up, we're going to change the direction. But time for the Montreal Canadiens news. There we go. See, Jim is beside me, but he's not there yet. So we're going to remove him. I'm going to stay in the middle of that one. There are no way Edmonton would ever just let McDavid walk. Yeah, me too. 23 days before the opening night, October 7th. Here we go, guys. The golf tournament today for the Montreal Canadiens. This is what they launched their season 2025-2026. Now, I can record the video of Jeff Gordon. I can use everything. And if you're already a Montreal Canadiens fans, you can find those videos left and right. And I said, you know what? I'll just not waste my time to do this. You can pick it up there. I'm going to give you a little bit more what they said, each one of them. And we can exchange in the chat what happening during the golf tournament, what expectation, everything for the Montreal. So let's start with the Vice President Executive Hockey Operation, ex-New York Rangers GM, ex-Boston Bruins assistant GM. I'm talking about Gordon, Jeff Gordon. His first word at the first 20 seconds. Keep moving forward. He continues to repeat this all the time. It's friend words. But for him and for the Montreal Canadiens, it's keep moving forward. We accomplished. We're still missing piece of the puzzle. But for the upcoming season, it's keep moving forward. And that's reflect the management of the Montreal Canadiens overall. He considers, he believes the team is better like he never been before. He knows the team is not complete. He knows they have a hole in the team. But when the opportunity will show up, we're going to evaluate the possibilities. Until then, we have to learn from what happened last year, from the playoff 2024-2025 against the Washington Capitals. That said, now for the team, it's keep moving forward. It's continuous on the right direction and make some adjustment during we go forward. And this is how they see the Montreal Canadiens for upcoming season. And this is the right things to do. If you look about their full year last season, 12 months ago, at the same day, a beautiful sunshine outside at the golf tournament in Montreal. The player talk about playoff. The management was caution. It was all about meaningful game. Now the language is different for Jeff Gordon. It's keep moving forward. It reminds me all the time, Martin St. Louis said during the season, we have an injury. The league does not care. Tomorrow we have to come back, keep moving forward. We have to play 82 games. We still have 34 games to go. We cannot change the injury. It's behind us. Today is a new day. Let's go to the work, keep moving forward. That was the comments at Jeff Gordon. Now, for the rumor we heard for the last couple of weeks from Danny Coulis, whatever they call it, the website Danny Coulis, from a guy, his name is Maxime Truman. I don't know exactly this guy. Looks like he's more into soccer, but anyhow, he mentioned the soccer Bidak do some squat with 5 pounds. I don't know. During summer. He predict he will not be ready for the Montreal Canadiens. From Jeff Gordon, from Martin St. Louis, both of them mentioned they have a plan for Bidak to be ready for the game number 1, October 8th, against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The team make a plan. Can use ad during the day. They believe at Bidak. They believe he could be a piece of the big role inside of that team or part in the puzzle. And they expect Bidak to have a good year. We have to wait. We have to see. We know what happening to him for the last couple of years. He on his final year contract, and we go from there. So we have to be sure the Montreal Canadiens are going to go on the right direction with that, and it will take time. But they expect Kirby Duck to be ready for this upcoming season. The next, I should put him first, but I did not. The owner, Jeff Molson. Him is about progression. Him, he talk about excitement. Him talk about vibes. Talk about the fans. What he heard. The chemistry. The united inside the team. To see 42 players in August in Montreal on the ice, and in 17 years with the Montreal Canadiens associate, he never saw that. He said this is because of the culture Jeff Gordon, Ken Hughes, Martin Saint-Louis built, and the player respond well. He heard many times, wherever he goes, the fans, the people, talk about the excitement for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. And I show up here at the golf tournament, and the first 30 minutes, it's people are smiling, are happy, are excited. And he repeat the word excited many times. And he talk about the progression of Montreal Canadiens. So keep moving forward. Comes with progression for the Montreal Canadiens. They're getting closer of what they're looking for. And we're getting there. He missed a couple of pieces of the puzzle, but Jeff Molson, the man has the money and the man put this all together, is excited for the upcoming season. So we have to wait that will be happen for him. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tampa is just missing if you go to upright. Molson took a big gamble with Hughes Gordon. So far, I'm sure his smile is white at the St. Lawrence River. By the way, it's Gary Bettman advised Jeff Molson to hire Jeff Gordon. Remember a couple of years ago, Serge Chavard, he was the one advised Molson to hire Marc Bergevin. When Marc Bergevin was on his final year contract with the Montreal Canadiens, Jeff Molson flew on a private jet to meet Gary Bettman at the office of the NHL New York. And he sat with him and advised and suggestion and talking about who he could be a great president or VP, whatever you want to call his title, for the Montreal Canadiens. And Gary Bettman suggests Jeff Gordon. So we have to wait at what could happen for him for the message of Jeff Gordon for upcoming season. Next one. Ken Hughes is still caution because he run the management of the business operation hockey. Patience is the key. When he used the word patience is the key, he talk about wait for the right opportunity to add the players they are missing to fill up the hole. That said, he did not refer to a second center. He did not refer to the right defenseman. He did not refer to anything. But he talked this way. evaluate the team, the players, each month to look to know where are they, and if it fit on the plan on the future of the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, you talk about different things. Talk about playoff. Talk about the player, what they're looking for. The player want to win every game. The player does not care about rebuild. The word rebuild, they don't want to hear that. He knows, and you talk about the Montreal move forward last year. It's a bit quicker, faster, what maybe he's expect when he got a job. He's very proud of the team, very proud of his players, very proud of people walk around. And he talk about the culture also. But he's still really understanding the situation, what's going on around the league, and all this different thing happening now on the different rules quickly about the salary cap. And he's understand Montreal did a big step to make the playoff last year, but it's not the end of it's not the end. They need to go forward and to wait for the good opportunity. And for me, this is happening there. I always believe the two requirements for Ken Hughes: size, speed. Then ages. The age of the players, which bracket he fit, on the 19 years old to 23 years old, or the 24 years old to the 28 years old. They are the three priorities for Ken Hughes. Yes, for some reason, could happen, maybe the cost, the transition, 1 year, 2 years, the possibilities, the opportunities to helping the team, wait for someone show up a little bit later to make a trade where it's, again, his priorities, because they have no choice. It could happen. But to looking around the league to sign player like to get Kadri example, or the player to get, 34 years old or 33 years old, or Crosby, I don't think it's on the targeting of the Montreal Canadiens can use. I don't see that. But we'll see. Chris, welcome in the house. Don't forget everybody to click on the likes. On that one, patience is the key. I don't think you want to set that to the Buffalo Sabre fans. Coach, the Duck is as good positive season was in midget or Bantam, and he's still live on that reputation today. For that one, 24 to 28, Chris for Montreal to get a true single center can use will need to trade someone he does not want to, not matter how long he wait. I would say to you, you're right about that. And I would say they will do it when they feel that player does not fit a long term with the Montreal Canadiens. That will upgrade the Montreal Canadiens. So if they trade X players, but for them, they knew that trade make them better. The 2 first round pick they trade this summer is consideration to add a right defenseman, a top 4 defenseman, a young player, 25 years old, a big size player, 6'4", a transition player as a defenseman, and they cost them a Logan May, 2 first round pick. Same thing could happen. Whatever his name, and they say, you know what? We get that player because we know now that prospect we trade or that player we trade is just reach his ceiling. And that player we're going to get will make the Montreal Canadiens better. And one more thing he said during I think it was him or Jeff Gordon. It could be Martin St. Louis because I'm listening. I switched from TVS, LDS, TSN. I was for 6 hours to jumping for all the different news. And when they said that, I was thinking about all of you. Not the wrong way, but sometimes your comments is different of what they're thinking. It could be Martin St. Louis, but I could be wrong. Because we talked yesterday about Logan Cooley, we talked about David Rebecca, the pick number 5, Philippe Major, and all the negative for what they did wrong. And Martin St. Louis talk about the role of the players. He respond the fact like this is only number. He can talk to me about point and goal and assist. But for me, for Martin St. Louis, it's about what is your role inside the team. You have it's Martin St. Louis. You have players score goal. But we have players sacrifice to put the puck in the net to play a specific role inside the Montreal Canadiens. And that's why that's friends for many of you, where they said, look, Logan Cooley, you're going to get 80, 90 points. And you compare him for a player for the Montreal Canadiens, if you don't get 70 points, it's a bust. Now, I'm repeat the words of Martin St. Louis. A little bit like Crosby said he wants to stay in Pittsburgh. I'm not an expert. I'm just an informator. I'm going to repeat. Martin St. Louis said, it's not about the point. It's about your role inside the team. And I'm sure we said it's not about you draft number 5 or you draft number 164. It's about your role inside of the team. That's how they evaluate their players. That's how they create their culture, their identity inside of the Montreal Canadiens. That's the reason they pick players about why they want to play for the Montreal. That's the reason the Montreal Canadiens player go to work every day with smile, with positivity, and have fun. And that's the reason you see a team with 20, 30, 40 players stay in Montreal at the practice in August. Many of them stay in Montreal during summer. It starts with the culture and the identity of the Montreal Canadiens. And start with Martin St. Louis, how they present their plan, their system, and how the players all buy in, how they all want to play for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's the difference about where they find a way. He said, we create that atmosphere for employees. He said, look, it's not fun for a trainer for the Montreal Canadiens in August and July to be at the rink in Brassard to, he did not use the F-bomb for a practice for helping the players to be on the ice August 7, 2025, Friday morning. He said they could do something, but because we build that culture, that identity, that atmosphere, they want to be there. He said Adam Nicola passed all summer with those players. They have other people you never heard, but they like to be there with the players. That's the culture of the Montreal Canadiens. That's the identity they want to bring. And that's the trend right there for that. And that's what is going to happen for the Montreal Canadiens. So we'll see what could happen. Jim just texted me right now. He's coming soon, by the way. So we're going to wait for him. So that's give you a little bit what happening with Ken Hughes today. I know you have a lot of people in that chat. We welcome everybody. Don't forget, please, to click on the like, surprise. Great comments, by the way, for all of you. We appreciate that. Consider to sharing your comments. Martin Saint-Louis, one word, consistency. He used that word, and French, constance. He repeat constantly yesterday during the press conference and friend interview. Consistency of the players, consistency of the staff, coaching, consistency about the team. And he said, it's not easy when you rebuild. Fortunately for us, we've been on the hill to progression every year. But every year, we have up and down. That's normal. But what I'm proud of what we accomplish, every time we have a down, at any moment during my first 4 years with the Montreal Canadiens, every time we get up, and we are better at up than we was before that, before we get the down or the bound down. So he understands his job is to find solution. He understands sometimes it's not perfect, and he understands the difficulties is to get the consistency day after day, days in, days out, on the ice or off ice. And he worked with a young group of players, and he worked with older players. And he said, my job is to be sure every one of them improve, develop, and make the team better. I had conversation with different players for their role and the sacrifice for the team. And it does reflect exactly what he said at the LDS today. And this is why I believe he's the guy have to be behind the bench for the Montreal Canadiens. Some of you on my comments on my channel destroy Martin Saint-Louis constantly. That's what Montreal is. But he said, I don't hear the noise. It's important to build that culture and to continue to work every day and to show up at the work with smile and happiness. And you talk about, can you talk about when you work a business or professional like a hockey team? We want to be sure everyone enjoy to be there. And this is what he talk about this today for the management of the Montreal Canadiens. So this is going to be really interesting what happening for sure. The next, Nick Suzuki represent the Montreal Canadiens players. Now, we have Josh Anderson, Brendan Gallagher, the French people talk today, Zachary Bolduc, I think Nate Thompson talk, David Savard talk today, Alexandre Carrier, Samuel Montembeault, they talk today. But I want to talk more about Nick Suzuki today because he wants to be better. He wants to be considered a player at the top of his at the center position. And I say he wants to be the best, but he wants to be better. And better for him is not about the point. It's about his role. You can see a maturity of Suzuki when he talks now. Calm, quiet. I see a Weber inside of him now. I can see his presence around the team, what he walk around. If he talk inside the locker room, Josh Anderson talk about that. Listen, he said the players listen to the captain now, more like he never see before. He is a general. He is the driver of that team, Nick Suzuki. And he has some kind of motivation for him. He wants to represent Team Canada. And this is going to happen at the Olympics winter 2026. And that motivation could push him right away at the beginning of the season to give a little bit more. And we have to wait about that. He wants to return on the playoff again. And he would love to win the first playoff round. But they understand they are not yet there. But he said all the work we did last season, the chemistry of the players, we lost great hockey player. He did not mention one specific player, but he said we lost leadership inside the room. But we still have Gallagher, Madison, Anderson, can bring that kind of leadership what we lost. But we had great hockey players. Talk about Budzik, Dobson, and Demidov now. Demidov was play golf with him today. He wants to take him under his wing. But again, this is great to hear the captain talking about the team and what their expectations for upcoming season. So they are not the top 10. They know that. They realize that. But they still understand what they have to wait, to be patient, to improve every game, every day, and to be ready when they're going to be there at the top 10. They're missing a couple of pieces of the puzzle, like I mentioned to you. And it was great to see a rookie camp this summer, this weekend, with good result, good outcome, without many prospects for the Montreal Canadiens was not there. They're still missing piece over there during the weekend. We talk about Michael Edge. Popanikis did not play. Pickford did not play. We have players like, who knows what happened with Konishkov and Zarowski. And other player was not there. That's just increasing the level of the pipeline for the Montreal Canadiens compared to other team or the other player you said this weekend, like Handel and McNeil and Lavigne and the player invite. If we have every one of them, the Mooney, the Edge, the Volenkin, the Koshnikov, the Zarowski, and many others, that would change the weekend completely. But it's fun to watch them. And we see what's happening at the main camp now for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's see what we got in that chat before Jim show up. Montreal was the third worst with Suzuki to start the season last season until Laney came back. Montreal easily won, finished bottom 10 without Suzuki. I got to work on the toes. Be back later, Butch. There we go. I'll check it out with all the news, Billy. Maybe need to tape it. Got any hockey tape, Billy? Interested, there are 10 teams already was at Montreal, and that they have no injury. For that one, Islanders just jumped from 10 -1. If Suzuki out of Montreal can finish bottom 10. 1-1 the Jays. Montreal won't drop that far, but they won't make a playoff either without Suzuki. With Suzuki, I don't know why we talk about Nick Suzuki right there. Montreal would be fighting for wildcard with Ottawa and 26 for sure. If Suzuki get injured, Montreal would be running for McKenna. Not terrible, the GF. We talk about this, but I hope Suzuki does not get injured long term. If he does, he last season for every player, they will be seeking uphill. You're right. If they lose Nick Suzuki, it would be hard for the Montreal Canadiens. If I don't know, if Ottawa lost Brady Ketchuk, I think that would hurt them. And I can go all the way for each team. If you lost your piece core of the players, that would be hard for them. But now I'm going to respond to one more thing here. Is that we gave an amazing, great opportunity for other players to step up. And this is what, if happening to Nick Suzuki, I want to see who's going to respond behind that. The crowd will be there, but I feel Martin St-Louis, if he was sit in front of me, he would said, keep moving forward. And he's going to make a meeting and look each other. We lost the captain. I understand that. We still have 46 games to play. And from the last 46 games, as a group, how we can play together. Who can step up this game to take the spot of the Suzuki? Who can make that team better if we go without the captain? You will try to turn around, to be positive, and hanging there the best you can every single day, and not have any excuse to say because the captain is not there, we're not good anymore. Me, as an ex-coach, that would be my feeling, because you don't want to leave a negative message and drop your shoulder because you lose your best player. I never do that, because that reflects every day I show up at the rink, I walk, I have to show my positivity of the everything. Difficult loss tonight, boys, but I'm proud of you. Keep your head up when you cross the door behind me, and we fight tonight. We did not lose. We just learned tonight. And tomorrow we come back on the ice tomorrow night and we'll go to work on it. I'm going to make something good for that last night, to practice with friend drill to be better for the next game. Great job, number 10. Great job, number 14. Overall, you guys, you have to accept the outcome, but be proud for what you accomplished. This is the message you have to go with the players. And everything. Devil lost Jack Hughes. Difficult year. Doc Hamilton. They make the playoff. If Kel McCarr left the Colorado Avalanche for 50 games, they don't go nowhere anymore. Part of the game. Part of the game. It's how you respond when it's difficult. What do you do when the challenge is so high in front of you? And that's the role of Martin St-Louis. So yes, you can tell me that, Nick Suzuki, but for me, no excuse. Try to explain each one of them what you can do to make the team better. So that's the way I see that. Same apply to most the team, and that's lose one, their key player. We, exactly. The coaches won't tell the players to quit, but if Suzuki is injured, the team has no first line center, no second line center. But again, they are smart players. They will know. They will understand. But this is the job, Martin St-Louis, to regroup together. And we know if they lose Suzuki, it'll be hard. They lose Montembeault, it'll be hard. And for every team, the key major, like the Bengals, lost Joe Burrow. Already ESPN and everyone put the team out of the playoff. This season is over. He's a quarterback. Next week is our quarterback, because behind the fill-up is not there yet. But we cannot drop. The Bengals cannot show up Wednesday. They maybe take 1 day off or 2 days off, and the next practice, and say, we don't practice this week because now the quarterback is not there anymore. It's not a great philosophy, a great culture to go that direction. Keep moving forward, like Martin St-Louis said. So again, we appreciate all the comment we got. Jim is supposed to be here, but I'm waiting for him. They made a message. I don't know what it is. He said, give me 5 minutes. Or you should be very close. 14-13 Tampa versus Houston, Texas. So, again, I think for me, this is the way I see that. But it was not over yet. Day number 1, we have interviewed Lane Hudson and Mike Madison. And Mike Madison wants to stay in Montreal. He's on final year contract. Many fans want to trade Mike Madison. Many men, fans want Madison get out of the Montreal. But the management love Mike Madison. The player love Mike Madison. That said, the one can push out Mike Madison is David Rebacker. Mike Madison said today, I can only control what I can control. I said early in the show, a couple of minutes ago, the role of each player. Mike Madison said, as a veteran, as a leader, I would accept any role Martin St-Louis asked me to do. Mike Madison is better in the lineup at no Mike Madison. You can hate him, and you can disagree with me, but for me, Mike Madison in the lineup, Montreal Canadiens is a better team. Everybody play a specific role, and the Montreal Canadiens, for the first time, I believe this is the best team I never saw Montreal on the transition. They have speed, they can carry on the puck, they can move the puck, and they can be quick. Kaden Coley can move the puck. Nate Thompson can move the puck. Mike Madison can move the puck. Lane Hudson can move the puck. And when David Rebacker have the puck, he can move the puck. And Jalen Strouble can do that, and Jacques did it before. On the transition, when you have 4 defensemen and you team, like we have, Madison, Hudson, Cooley, and Dobson, to moving the puck, the transition the puck, that changed the system. That changed the coach to apply different play. And this never happened with the Montreal Canadiens before. We got Piquet Subban, but the way they skate, the way they can be, this is rare. So this is going to happen after Rebacker and Engstrom over the weekend. I would say it's too soon to trade Madison. They are not ready yet. Judging by the weekend game, Rebacker is no threat to take Madison's job. About that, Madison is a forward that skate well backwards. He get lost defensively to easily. Same reason he's been traded everywhere he play. Madison is not going anywhere. At least the Habs have a bad start to season for whatever reason. Madison is forward, that skate well, backward, he get lost defensively so easily. Same reason he's been traded everywhere he's play. How I can say that? Mike Madison at 21 years old is not look the same anymore at 30 years old. Mike Madison managed his game better today like he was before. And Mike Madison with the Montreal Canadiens make the Montreal Canadiens better without Mike Madison in the lineup right now. So we have to be patient. We have to wait for that. But hey, Coach, what do you think about giving Daubèche more play time to relieve pressure on Montembeault? Well, it will come naturally this year, or organically, if you want to call it that word. Why? Because the Montreal are going to be 16-time back-to-back game. You have a multiple time or 3 game and 4 night. You have a couple of time 4 game and 6 night. And you have 3 time, I believe, 5 game and night. And I believe they have 2 time 7 game and 12 night. So Montembeault to play 60 game and more, I don't see that. I see Montembeault approximately 55 game, in my opinion. They're going to manage him a little bit better. Last year, I think the last 10 game or the last 15 game, he was on the back-to-back game. They was protect, try to make the playoff the best they can. I think they recognize they gave too many games to Montembeau. So, like you said, I agree with you about that, Butch. That would not relieve the pressure, but give him more recovery. Like you watch him today at the TV, guys. He looked like a. Why you look Montembeau? He's not look like an athlete. I saw you see that, but he's not built like an athlete, Montembeau. Like he's 6'3", but if you look on the TV, he's like, I don't know, like player or gym usually. They are more physically strong or fit. But Montembeau is just a Montembeau. I don't want to describe a specific job, but Montembeau, he was beside Zachary Bolduc. He's big. He's taller. Like you can see, he's taller to Bolduc at least 3 inches. But look, his shoulder, his arm, his belly. I'm laughing because he not look like an athlete for that one. But we see Cash isn't our same for the like. We got, hey, coach, what was your opinion of play as a prospect game? Look, it's not a bad weekend for him. He did a lot of good things, and he did a couple of bad things. And the bad thing is about the one-on-one hockey. Some people would defend, said, okay, look, he was rusty. It was the first game. I understand that. But he had some kind of hockey called basic 101. And you cannot get beat like he get beat by university players. Like you cannot move that way when a player is coming to you. It's about you stick in position, your skate in position, and your shoulder in position. This was bad. Secondly, is decision making on the front position, like its front goal. What we can say is he need time. Go back to Laval. Nothing wrong with that. That's what it's all about, the rookie camp. Is to see what you look like, to learn from that, go to the main camp, prove who you are, and then go to Laval. Go play 40, 50 games, maybe the full year, and prove, go get that kind of confidence, correct what you did wrong, and it's development. You're only 22 years old. That's how I see that about Rebecca. Madison on his team is a huge bonus to have. Hughes Golden know that for sure, exactly. And Madison will get on the way to Angstrom, making the Ab does not affect Rebecca, right? Making the Ab Madison cannot play right defenseman. Now, see, that's not what they said today on the TV by different expert. Because one Rebecca is going to be a steady on the top 4. Rebecca, Hudson, Cooley, Dobson. That's why Madison is more available to get trade. But until Madison take the spot of Rebecca, Montreal cannot trade Madison. So it's not Angstrom would push Angstrom would push Madison because they were going to missing that position number 4, top 4. It's Rebecca have the cards to go on the top 4 on the right side behind Dobson to move Madison out after that because now Madison become on the third pairing. That's the reason I believe. And possible to have other reason behind the Montreal Canadiens, but that's what I think is happening right now for the Montreal. 1-3 for the Ab. That's my bold prediction for Mr. A2. Wow. Madison to hard now not required to be at high, which Easton would make him more effective player as well. A good comment in our back-to-back game is a good relief. Yeah, great about Tobesh. Monte looked like those athletes that one day retire, they would get fat in 2-3 years. Yeah. Anthony. Yes, you're right, A2. Montebo looked like that Pittsburgh dot boy. Here we go. Too much beer drink during the summer month. Monterey is our butter bean. Yeah, she's wrapped up for now, Billy. Medical tape. About that, not over yet, guys. Let's move on for the next thing. Montreal have a plan for that. I talked about this a bit earlier, so I don't want to get there too much for that. But that's happening, guys, for the Montreal Canadiens, for Kirby Dach, and we see what it's going to look like. We're going to see what will be the plan. We're going to see what he's going to respond. Until then, we wish the best for Kirby Dach. Next, new number for the different player for the Montreal Canadiens. Sammy Blais, wear number 27. Noah Dobson, number 53. Zachary Bodzik, number 76. And Joe Villano, number 90. All going to be, now I think Kakkonen is number 34. That's maybe the only one I did not add there. But the other new number are registered for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming season. The Astros lead the Rangers by the score 4-3. The Astros cannot lose anymore. For that, Billy Antoine, there how you go, buddy. There we go. 1-1 at the end of the 9th inning. Hoffman is on the as a pitcher, and we have McGum as the hitter. 2 out, man empty, 2 ball. Go Rebecca, go. So use can dump Madison. Here we go. Next, Hugo, some negotiation for the extension contract. I think Roy mentioned that a little bit early in the chat. Thanks for all the likes we got tonight. That said, Hugo and Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon are on the final year contract the next season, I believe, or the following year. And they're looking now to get full ball walk from Hoffman, 1 minute on the base. For the Montreal Canadiens, look, maybe some fans does not like the job of Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. In my opinion, they did excellent job for the Montreal Canadiens since they got the job. I think they represent really who they are, the Montreal Canadiens. They are the very big piece of the puzzle for the Montreal Canadiens. And I think this is just a time of negotiation between Ken Hughes and whatever happening, guys. I think, first of all, they love to be with Montreal Canadiens. They love to be an employee for the Montreal Canadiens. And they love to see the Montreal where they were going on the direction. And they was out of the Montreal. Both of them are going to find a job tomorrow morning in NHL. So I see Jeff Molson just to make a blank check and see, Jeff, how much you want? Ken, how much you want? And there will be a contract of 5 years for both of them. Stolen base, the second baseman, Clement, lost the ball. And we have a 25th stolen base from Jake Mangum. I wish you have a surname after other than Hoffman. Not the first time I stubbed my toes for that one. 6-0, the Twins. So that's the thing, guys, for the negotiation for them. Now, we have a news for the KHL. We have a news of the day and the media. We know today Martin Lemay launched his new podcast on the YouTube channel at the same time at the BPM, and was a big news around the Quebec French media where he beat the BPM, and now you're going to see some kind of fight left and right. I just like, come on. La Poche Bleue did live all day long on the YouTube channel, and I can go all the way like that. It is what it is. I'm not talking about my channel versus them. What I'm talking about is the fact like Bob Arkley, coach in the KHL, and he has become a key major role inside the Martin Lemay podcast now. And strike out, and the Jays are going to be on overtime. And they talk about the fact like Bob Hartley's son is in Russia. He heard a lot about Alexander Zarovsky from people be around him. He heard a lot of great words about him. Some people consider Zarovsky on the same line like Ivan Demidov. Whoa, coach. Whoa, Bob Hartley. He never said it would be Ivan Demidov. What they said, he had a talent and the same style like Ivan Demidov. So it's good to hear that. We have to be realistic. We have to be excited about that, but we have to wait. He accomplished this in the NHL. He have a great hands, big body, use his body, can put a puck in the net, good skater, but he's not perfect. I did not like they compare on the same like Ivan Demidov. Yes, they play together or they grow together. They know each other. Can you ask information about him, about that? But what he reflects for me for Bob Hartley, it's not about he look like Ivan Demidov. It's about his work ethic for the kid. How mature he is. How he wants to learn. The growing of his game in the last 18 months. His behavior on ice, off ice, those characteristics of the players, this is what I'm looking for, and that's what I heard from Bob Hartley. So this is great news about Alexander Zarovsky. Is out now for 2 weeks so far with an injury, a lower body injury happening at the basketball court. That said, for a 34 overall pick, we have to be patient. We have to wait 2 years. I can see him on the KHL next season. But we cannot jump in and to like they did Alexander Zarovsky about that, for that. I don't watch PPM too many. No, essential. It's not the same anymore, Maurice. I almost gave up. I pick up a couple of people now. The fact they lost Martin Leclerc, Tourigny, it's Martin Lemay. It's not the same anymore. So the morning I'm listening at 7 o'clock. Renaud Lavoie is 15 minutes now. But that's pretty much it. Sometimes we pick up at 6 o'clock because it's early. It fits on my schedule. But I don't care anymore because Dizzo run the show. And it's not the same chemistry like it was before. So it's my own opinion. Hey, is the SIP podcast going to show live Laval Rocket game? No. This is what may be a misunderstanding from the people. The SIP podcast is going to do like a radio game. They're going to do a play-by-play as a radio, like it was before. Now it's going to be on the SIP podcast. So that's happening there. For Butch about that question. So it's not going to be live. The game is on the Flow Hockey. But you can watch the game, guys, on the TV online website if you want to check that. How was injury? Coach Zarovsky, yeah. He has looked like Zamnov when he played for Winnipeg. Yeah, you said that yesterday, and 36. I picked it up from you yesterday. I read it. I don't think I mentioned it because I was busy with other conversation with NRTAP. But I said that from Zanov. I really like that comparison for that. It looked like now he's going to miss the next 3 games for his injury. We have to wait about that. Good night, Ron. See you next time for that one. What happened in Vegas? Stayed Vegas. I think Jim stayed in Vegas. Yeah, I don't know. I'm it is what it is. I'm not going to be upset about things we cannot control. Maybe same next week. A long fly ball. Catching. And the guys running from the second to the third. With 2 out. A man on the third base. I really like that rule. Put a guy on the second base. It was Stra. I'm sure they have a rule about who do you put on the second base. Is it a specific rule? Is it the last guy was on the bat? I think it is. I think it should be that rule. Yes, Butch, you're right about this one. Tampa 21-19, GF, thanks. Maurice, I'm a die-hard Habs fan, but they don't change the price of orange in California. Everyone need to pay their rent and put a foot on the table before I worry about the Habs. Of course, I won. For Maurice, going for 2. Touchdown Buccaneers 2019. RJ Calabro. Tampa, touchdown 21-19. Wow, really bad. Pat Clement strikeout. And now the Jays are going to be at the bottom 9. New pitchers coming for the Jays on the top of the end of the 10th inning. The sport is a distraction and the crazy world for Maurice. So, guys, this happening, guys, for the Bob Ackley tonight. I have a start bench, a cut tonight. I was doing this for Jim, but he's not here, but we can do it. I would like to hear from you. Yari Kouri, Timo Selani, and Alexander Mogini. 3 European players. Who do you start? Who do you bench? And who do you cut? Kouri, Selani, or Mogini? Baker McPhail, a possible game-winning drive for Tampa. 2-point convert, felt 6 seconds left. French TV game still have a deal with Spornet for the next season. ADS making statement like it's not worth it. Still have no deal for the next season French TV game. Thanks for all the like we got so far. Tampa 20-19. 6 seconds to go remaining on this game. A kick. Here we go. The Texans running at 20, 30, 34, 35. And it got down. And this is the end of the game. Yes, it is. The Tampa Bay Lightning with Mainfield beat the Texas. Start with a 0-2. And then we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. I said Tampa Bay Lightning, the Tampa Bay Box 2-0. Tough one. Selani, Kouri, McKinley. Selani, Mogini, Luke, welcome in the house. Selani, 10 overall, 1988, is the best of the 3. Kouri is second, Mogini, third. I have Tampa. Now Las Vegas visit LA. Here we go. On that one, Mogini for N26. Not easy one, to be honest with you. It's a tough one. Honestly, it's a tough one. It can give me Kouri, Mogini, Selani, or Mogini, Selani, Kouri, or it's you win with 3 players anyway. It was not easy one. I was trying to put Jim on the problem. One out, men on the third base for the Jays. Start cette année, bench, Mogeni et Kat Curry. Here we go. Exactly like in our tap. Luc Lafortune also. Bosco, I agree with the professional in our tap. Salut mon ami. Salut mon Luc. So that gives you guys all the news of the Montreal Canadiens tonight on the specific Monday night. Before we go to the clash, let's see. I want to talk about the coaches in NHL. And because the Monday night we do the NHL week show. And I want to share it with you guys. We always have one or two subjects about the NHL. And I would like to do the Central Division, but I will wait on a week to do that. But I wrote an article about the 6 coach could be fired for the upcoming season. You can go at 8, and I will say to you, possible. But I think for me, 6 is pretty good. That's who they are. And I would like to hear from you if you agree or disagree with me. I don't know. Andrew Brunette is this way. There we go. Andrew Brunette, Patrick Roy, John Hines, Lindy Ruff, André Tourigny, and Jim Hillier. And Brunette with Nashville. Roy with Islanders. Hines with the Minnesota Wild. Ruff, Lindy Ruff with the Buffalo. André Tourigny with Utah. And Jim Hillier with the Kings. I could add Jarrett Bednar for the Colorado Avalanche, but I think could be at the end of the year for me. Why Brunette? Because Brunette, guys, has been at Nashville for 3 years now. And if the team cannot be what they expect, that could be the end with him. Barry Trotz is patient, he is loyal. It did not put him out of the team yet. A really big strikeout by Fisher. 2 out, man on the third base for Tampa Bay. Patrick Roy. Why? Because Mathieu Darche is the new general manager. Roy, I believe, on his final year contract, maybe 1 more year. The Islanders, because usually a GM find always a new coach at some point. We'll see. John Hines with Minnesota Wild. This is a team want to return at the playoff. Not my top 3, but I think Hines could be that kind of players. That kind of coach could be out. Fly to the center. Here we go for the third man. We're going to go on the 11th inning for the Blue Jays. Lindy Ruff, Buffalo guys. This could be the end of Lindy Ruff with the Buffalo. I don't know if he could be fired during the season, but that thing, we know what's going on for many years. It could happen. André Tourigny, very interesting. Tourigny, guys, is really smart, really good coach. Been with Arizona for 3 years. The expectation with Utah is different. They spend money on different players. An example like Sergachev. They trade for Peter Carr. They have players like Keller, Dorsey. Velmeka have a great year. The problem is the backup goaltender over there. That said, the owners want one result now. They missed the playoff by 7 points. It could be on the danger for André Tourigny. And finally, Jim Hillier with the Los Angeles Kings. I always thought Hillier would be a transition coach with the Kings. I think Ken Olin not going to wait too much if the Kings start on the wrong way. I would not be surprised if the first coach fired this year in NHL, Jim Elliott. Why we talk about this tonight? Because the Montreal Canadiens, the NHL, have a coach sit at home, Peter Dubois, and his reputation, he's an excellent NHL coach. He can coach tomorrow morning at anywhere, anytime. That's I expect him to be to get the first job a team get fired. And I think the Kings could be a good fit for him. Again, we have to wait for that. But we see what 50 million on his pocket does not need a job with a bad team. PW, usually only one season left. You are in the ejectable seat. You're right. Bonne nuit, Gary. Gary Conroy. Tournier only have one more left on his contract. No extension signed. I figure a bat straight and he's gone. He needs some result now. Second base man for the Jays Clement. If Sub starts low, old guy Ruff is gone from A2. I just got home. I'm done like a dinner. Hello, coach and a good friend. I just came to click on the like and go to the bed. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mr. Gary Conroy. One out. The menace again is still there. Oh, it's almost a line drive to fielder center 8. For Eneman. Tony only have one thing I talk about this. PLW, Utah owner is a personal friend of John Cooper, who also have 1 year left on his contract. Don't need much more to know that Tony is gone after his season. Buffalo should get rid of the GM first of all. Look, it's very interesting PLW because you can get John Cooper to Utah and André Tournier to the Tampa. I got particular rookie card, but is not in mind shape. Here we go. Great coach by Tampa. Mark, yeah. We're still right now at the top 11. 1-1 Toronto, Tampa Bay. And we have, wow, what a great catch right there. That's what you talk about, that catch. Simpson. Still a run to the Jays. Cooper to Oilers' new head coach next season. Could happen for that. Let's give you guys a little bit happening here, guys, on the sick coaching. Yeah, I'm right about PLW. I'm going to go to the clash, guys, if you don't mind. Jim is not there. Sponsored by the Hockey at Stove on that one. And see what we got here. The question, guys, was all about the Devils. I was trying to squeeze Jim tonight. So thanks for the likes. But he's not here. So we're going to go this. And then after that, we're going to be out for tonight. It looked like a quiet Monday night. All right, but it's happened sometime. Here we go. The Devils more goal for versus the Montreal Canadiens. Are you agree or disagree? I tried to give you the number. The Devils have 242 goals last season. Montreal at 245. Yeah, Twisted charge. Element get 20 plus with New York Islanders. No interference, PLW. No, I think for that. No, there was more goals for again Montreal Canadiens. Interesting. How many games did Hughes miss? I think he missed 21. Let me check. Does not look like it. I was wrong, guys. 20. I said 21. He has 70 points and 62 game. And we have a hit. And runner Clement run all the way to the home base to lead 2-1. There we go. We got the lead 2-1. So for that one, guys, I go with absolutely. I think the Devils is going to get more point, more gold for on the Montreal Canadiens. Next one. Meyer, more point que Sikorsky. Now, Meyer, last season, with the Devils, has 53 points and 80 game. Sikorsky at 51 points and 82 game. Or maybe not. Maybe 80 game or 78 game. Do you think Meyer have more points que Sikorsky for the upcoming season? Um, that's a tough one. Marcel Sikorsky will score more points, but look, no. And 3 out. And other 11 innings. Sikorsky 64 points this season, get more points than Meyer and 26. Thanks again. They will score more goal and 26. That would be a tough one, but I will give to Sikorsky on that one. Yeah, I'll go with Sikorsky on that one for me. Hughes Hamilton, more points que Hudson and Dobson. Now, Luke Hughes, let's go with him. 44 points at 31 game. Doug Hamilton, 40 points and 64 game. Both of them miss maybe 30 game together. Hudson and Dobson play 82 game. Hudson 66 points, I believe, and Dobson is at 49. 39. No, not allowed mark. Interesting. No, and not that. Interesting. Qu'est-ce qui est mon point, Billy? Look, no. Everybody go for Hudson and Dobson next season. It's not a bad call, but if Hughes and Hamilton stay healthy, Hughes going to be the quarterback. Hughes can get the same number of points of them, of Hudson. So, always hurt. Yeah, possible there. On that one, you may be right enough that. I will go with Montreal Canadiens on that one. For me. Here we go. Number 3. Max Strom, more win over Montembeault. Montembeault had 30 wins last season and 62 games. Max Strom, 26 wins and 49 games. We have a Hanfield single. 0 out. Here we go. Maximum more win over Montembeault. That's a good one. Maxon can play 55 games. 26 W. Montembeault 30-31. No. Montembeault more. Yeah, it can be 35. 35 that we gave 9 more W for Max Strom. Yeah, I go with Montembeault. But he always play 20 more game. Max Strom win more game and 26. So I go with Montembeault that one. I just feel like Montembeault can reach 35, 34 W. And Max Strom, he got 26 and 49 game. And he had Jake Allen behind him. I go with Montembeault. On that one. Last one. The Devils will win a playoff series next season. Good question. The Devils will win a playoff series next season. Who they could play face? The Washington Capitals? The Carolina Hurricane? I said no. Montembeault should be able to win 50% of this game this year, Maurice. No. For Luc Lavorson, Guy also said no. GF, no. And absolutely for Billy, no. Yes for N26. N26 expect a big year for the Devils. Mark, yes, if healthy. Talk about Max Strom, I believe. As long as Montembeault stay healthy and does not get hurt. A strikeout. Woof. That's helping the Blue Jays right there. Man on the third. Man on the first. 1 out. And on the 11. Jays 2. Rays 1. So I think this is going to be the last of the last one of the clash tonight. on the great Monday night. We did it without Jim Beringer, guys. Junior Caminero is on the bats right now for Tampa Bay. We can sit a bit live if you don't mind. We can talk about baseball. Hopefully, Jim will be back next week. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Montreal Canadiens show with me. And then Wednesday with Marco. Not about Max Strom, about winning playoff round. Marco. Mark. Okay. It'll be interesting what the Washington Capitals is going to do. 1 ball. Strike. 1-1. Surprise the hitter. Thanks for all the live we got tonight. Very quiet night. I don't know why, but it's happened sometime. We're not going to complaining about that. Oh, high ball on the... And that gave 2-1. Go Habs, go N26. Yeah. Anyway, the Montreal Canadiens all launched the golf tournament today. And we're going to see here everything now. Everything I'm going to bring to you guys about the Montreal Canadiens live every night. And then I'm going to be back, of course. Every day we do a short video about hockey. 2-2. Straight outside on the touch the corner of the plate. Next pitch, the big one of the game tonight from Fisher. It's going to be his 12th pitch. Everybody set. Here we go. Strikeout. Wow. You're right, N26 about the Devils. Nice slow night account, no problem, Coach and Butcher. Yeah, right. It's happened sometime. Not complaining about that at all. Let's move on, guys. Man on the third. Man on the first. The rookie is nervous. Want to get his first W. 2 out. First pitch. Fly. Foul ball. Outside. Josh Lowe, 231, 0-4 tonight, 2 ground outs, 2 strikeout, 1 strike, 2 out. Man on the base third, man on the base first. Pitcher, pitch, strike, second, 2 strike. We are 1 ball for that one. Here we go. Refuse the call of the catcher. Look at the first. Set. Here we go. Shh. Ball. Outside. 2-1. 2 strike, 1 ball. Fisher. Ready. Set. Catcher makes some sign. Some fans for the Jays stand up behind the dugout. The throw. Swing a miss, and the Jays. What a great throw at the end of this game, guys. And like this, the Blue Jays win tonight. And Fisher get a great performance. For Fisher, I think he pitched 2 innings, the 10 and the 11 after Hoffman. And the rookie pitcher, I believe, got the W for the Blue Jays. They stay alive on the first one. Go Habs, go. Washington could miss the playoff also and 26. You're right about this. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like when you leave the building. And that's what we got tonight, guys, on this special edition of the Hockey Nation. What I think by Fisher. Yeah, you're right about this. Fisher did very good job for that one. And that's all, guys, we got tonight on the special edition of the Hockey Nation. We're going to figure out for Jim. Maybe he can come tomorrow night. Why not? We can bring him back Tuesday. We have to see. Thanks, everybody, to be a part of the show tonight. Always a pleasure to be with many of you. Thanks for the moderator in our tap and Mr. Rod with Kings. We want to thank all the people. Click on the like. I can reach you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another Hockey Nation show. And Wednesday, Mr. Marco Larrabee back in the house with a hump day. We're getting there. 23 days, like RJ Calabro said. Thanks for the news and update, RJ Calabro. And hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight. Always a pleasure to be all of you. Until then, my friend, the only reason we believe you are awesome, you are amazing, you are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Here we go. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Guy and Artap, Billy, PLW. Glad to see the Jays. We're going to follow the Jays a bit more. Cash, thanks so much. He was okay tonight, but it is what it is. Mark Elliott, Butch, thanks so much. And all the Hockey Nation friends, like he said, Mr. Enartap, well done with Luc Laportune at the end. The Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation, and want to tell you one more thing. Be well, be held. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half or what? 2025, what is your day coach today? Well, first of all, I'm going to get some food. Secondly, I'm going to do my exercise. Today is a chest day with tricep and bicep. Fourth, I'm going to go on the chicken cup in the back. Why? Time to cut my bamboo. I'm doing a chicken cup with bamboo and then we have to attach that. So I'm cut about like 60, I think I need 60, could be around 56 bamboo, about 8 feet. And I have to do the structure with the top cross on the top. And the beauty with only one, I don't want to show to you my tools, but it's fun. Not a box around me, but it's okay. Have a good night, everybody. Of course, the Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation, and all the jungle and the talent want to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Salut, mon PL. Merci beaucoup. Oh. And booyah. Salut, RJ.